Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think I speak for all the members of this panel in expressing the view that violence is absolutely abhorrent and unacceptable, that our hearts go out to the family of Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, and we pray for the quick recovery of Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. My hope is that we honor them with action, that we look forward and say to ourselves, how can we stop this kind of violence from happening again? What we know about the shooter's mental health is that apparently have been declining for some time. And individuals familiar with him raised the alarm over episodes of depression and erratic behavior. There's speculation that his prior roles in combat, because he was at the side of our troops as part of a CIA-backed Zero unit in Afghanistan, might have contributed to PTSD in the same way that our own troops come home with that kind of illness. It is an illness, a disease. It is treatable, but it has to be addressed. So the topic here is framed as one of vetting and perceived failures of vetting, but it also should be viewed as one of mental health and even of gun violence. Mental health is not an Afghan problem, it's an American problem. And Mr. Edelman, do you know how the shooter obtained the gun?
We have not looked into any records of the suspect.
Do you know whether mental health services were available to him?
I do not.
Do you know whether IG reports have been conducted to examine levels of PTSD that refugees or others coming into this country after thorough vetting may be suffering from?
We have not looked at that in the past.
Let me ask you on another topic. A lot of talk today about screening and vetting. I haven't heard anything, again, looking forward, about the so-called gold card, President Trump's gold card. My understanding is, from the limited information that's available on the gold card website, that, and actually I'll quote from it, once an applicant's processing fee and application are received, the process should take weeks. Now, we're talking about vetting and screening of someone who came into the country after multiple series of vettings over years. Do you have any plans to look into this process of vetting and screening that allows somebody to come into the country after only weeks, possibly of superficial, very little vetting, simply because they can pay money to expedite the process?
So we take a risk-based approach when we choose what audits to look at. As we learn more about this, we will certainly take that under consideration and determine.
Well, I'm asking you for a commitment, sir, that you will, in fact, look into the gold card process to prevent this kind of problem from recurring. In real time, we see the potential pitfalls. Will you look into them to prevent the kind of absolutely abhorrent consequences that we saw in the death of these two great National Guardsmen?
Yes, we'll look into it as part of our planning process, yes.
I was a critic of the Afghanistan withdrawal in the way that it was done. I'm not here to relitigate that issue. I'm here to look forward and try to prevent this kind of tragedy from occurring again. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.